like how the 1 sounds a lot more lo-fi than the other numbers, almost like it's bit crushed, harkening back to the old Street Fighter games that had crappy audio. It's a nice subtle touch.
I got good news, y'all! Gathered here are the world's best fighters, only one of which will be crowned the world champion of Street Fighting!
You know what I like most about this Street Fighter tournament? Is that it's an actual Street Fighter tournament. Not whatever that crap from the 90s was. Don't even remember that movie. Or how Mortal Kombat 2021 didn't have a Mortal Kombat tournament in it. And they're just now begrudgingly putting one into the sequel. I don't know, man. Something about tournaments that's iffy to them. I think Hollywood is allergic to tournaments or something. Which is weird because they're like fun. If you do one right, there's some of the most fun you can have. Everyone enjoys tournament arcs in anime. You just have to put a little bit of effort into them, and from the looks of it, this at least looks like a tournament. It looks like a pretty big tournament, and it's colorful and vibey and fun and has an announcer that's on way too much cocaine, so it captures the Street Fighter vibe, which is great. Ooh.
Perfect.
Anymore, you're a sideshow.
What's up, MTV? I'm Ken Masters.
This is your shot at redemption.
Ken going through his Johnny Cage arc, which is cute. I wonder how much of this is the original backstory and lore of the characters and how much is the movie doing movie things. As an outsider, I don't know which is which, but so far I'm on board with the Ken idea, with Chun-Li finding all the fighters. Holy shit, is that Ken he's trying to smear to the wall and turn into bad modern art? I love that. When you say Street Fighter or Street Fight, you kind of expect some aggressive shit to go down, and I'm glad that there's action like this in there. In many ways, a good wall to the face is much more impactful and hardcore than a cheap-looking, poorly executed fatality. So I'd rather have a lot of non-lethal action, so long as it looks nasty.
I'm champions.
I love this guy. Perfect casting, even down to the hair. Look at that shit.
Still reckless. Sit down.
I love it. This kind of Jackie Chan type action is going to serve this movie very well. I'm not that fond, generally, of, casting a Japanese actor just because the backstory of the character says he's Japanese. I usually prefer to prioritize visuals, like just cast someone who looks more like Ryu. But this guy's pretty charismatic. I know, being Street Fighter, I guess the nationality of the characters does matter more. There's just something about him that makes me almost smile when he's in a scene. Good body language, good acting. I like this kind of retired Ronin type solo dolo character who's being brought back into the fold. However the movie turns out, I think this guy's gonna be a standout and he's gonna do a great job. Oh, look at that. He's not creepy. Dhalsim creeps me the fuck out in every game that I review, but here he looks kind of good. It's a weird case where going to live action actually helped the character rather than hindering him. Maybe partly because the character playing him is a fucking walking jawline. I mean, look at this guy. Looks pretty badass.
Everyone keeps going on about your thighs. I don't see what the big deal is.
Is Cammy this playful in the games? I only seen a couple cutscenes with her, but I remember her being very serious. So this is interesting. Potentially good. I don't know. I need to see it in context. Not bad casting, once again. Bit of an Ariana Grande thing going on, but I dig it. I'm guessing this is some character that fans will recognize. Feel free to clue me in. As with Ken, when I first saw the Chun-Li actress in the teaser and the news, I think even more strongly than Ken, I was like, good God, man, just cast someone who looks exactly like Chun-Li. Find me a Vladislava Galagan. Okay? Find me this bitch. Someone who has the exact same face, has the olive eyes, is ridiculously muscular, like the character is originally. Now, admittedly, this chick is too buff, and you need to find someone who is A, a good actress, B, an action actress, and C, somehow only worked the lower half of her body for 20 years and nothing else. That probably doesn't exist, sadly. But yeah, looking at her now in full makeup and costume, she looks pretty good. Again, trying to respect the nationality as much as possible. God-tier jawline. Don't have a clear shot of her legs. But I mean, if you think about it, the legs are pretty easy to fake, even if you're not buff enough. Just wear 3 pairs of stockings and then die of dehydration. But yeah, I'm coming around to this whole thing. There are 2 types of movies. Ones where the trailers are fucking awesome and the movies turn out to be shit, and the complete opposite of that. This one is hard to gauge because the initial promotional material didn't really do anything for me, so I thought, this movie's gonna be shit, which based on what I just said, is a good sign that the movie might actually be good. But on the other hand, based on this trailer, it's looking like it's gonna be a pretty fun movie, which might mean that it's not gonna be a fun movie. You guys remember the Age of Ultron trailer? Good gods, man. That is like top 3 trailers I have ever seen in my life, to date.
There are no strings on me.
That got me so hyped for that Avengers sequel, and it turned out to be horribly disappointing, just compared to what the trailer was promising. Same with The Men Who Stare at Goats. Funniest trailer I've ever seen, most boring ass movie I've ever watched. It's a good thing for the movie that this kind of modern MCU jokey tone fits it very well. It's pretty appropriate for Street Fighter, I think. If they couple that with a good enough plot, good action scenes, and some actual character development, this is gonna be a hit.
Please.
Obligatory pandering to youngsters line. Please remove it from the final cut. Okay, that one's rough. I'm not one to point out bad CGI, but that was some bad CGI. This is the weirdest shit. Like, I hate Guile. I don't hate him, I hate his hairdo. I know it's the classic hair, it's a classic thing. I think it's stupid, but for some reason it looks a little less stupid here. Maybe it's the face. The actor has a funny kind of face that helps him pull it off. I also think, let me check this. Yeah, it's a little bit less ridiculous than in the source material. In the games, he literally has a mushroom on his head. But here they kind of toned it down. It's more up than it slopes down, which is good. The actor looks good. I'm close to being sold. And just like that, the movie lost me. Das Dalmatian, Darren Malakian, whatever his name is a great actor. I just can't fathom how the hell he got the role of Bison. Something about Hollywood, man. They take one look at Bison, this like gigantic, enormous beast of a man who's like 100 kilos of pure muscle. They looked at that and they saw Polka Dot Man, or like Gomez Adams in the 90s. I can't fathom what's in their head. Yeah, you can argue acting ability is more important than physicality, but for a character like this, I'm not so sure. Like, if they were to cast Tom Hardy as Shao Kahn, I'm out. That second, I'm instantly out. I don't care how good the movie is. I don't care if it's made by Chris Nolan. Count me the fuck out. Yeah, as a friend of mine said, he looks like Mr. Bean cosplaying as Bison. So yeah, I get everything except Das Malkian as Bison. Is that Akuma? He looks too hot to be Akuma. So I'm not complaining. He's jacked. That's all I care about, and friggin' tall. Got a kind of a Khal Drogo vibe going on, which is funny because the actual Khal Drogo is playing a different character.
That was some abracadabra shit.
I won't comment on 50's acting ability until I see the movie, but considering how bland I think Balrog generally is in most of the games, I think bringing in a recognizable face like this, that also looks like a hard ass, is a pretty good idea. Vega looks a little slim, not completely sold on him. I haven't seen enough yet. And he also gets pummeled in a lot of these shots, man. Which is interesting, an interesting thing to consider. An advantage Street Fighter has over MK is that you can actually pummel most of your characters into non-existence because the fights are non-lethal. Well, presumably. So you're gonna have to fatality everyone and, you know, run out of 2/3 of your cast really quickly. And if they do this tournament right, then it's gonna be an actual tournament with an actual bracket and you waiting to see who your favorite's gonna face up against, and, you know, maybe characters that don't want to fight each other end up having to fight each other, and there's tension and emotions. That you can do this in a really cool way. Another one of the challenges they have is introducing the magic shit and just the general sense of escalation into absurdity gradually enough. Because if the movie starts out just focusing on the tournament and a bunch of fighters trying to get the best in the world title, and then some signs of magic appear, and then some signs appear that it's not just a tournament and it's Bison's plot to rule the world, blah blah blah. If you pace all that properly, it's gonna be believable and people are gonna be into it. If you pace that poorly, it's gonna be a disaster. It's gonna become a meme movie. So we're gonna see how they do it. They might whip out the magic cock and end of the world plot from the beginning, and that might work. We'll see. I don't know. Who knew that the way to make me like Blanka was to cast Jason Momoa to play him? Very smartly not doing a full reveal. CGI looks pretty good. They're probably still gonna touch it up some more until the final release, but not bad. Yeah, I think I'll take the risk and go out and see this in the theater. Gods know there isn't much else to see nowadays. This, the new Spider-Man movie, and the new Dune movie. That's pretty much on my watch list. Let me know your thoughts and be on the lookout for the next post. Special thanks to Jiggly Puff Puff, Thomas Marshall, Serhi Hrishin, Clocks, Juan Bautista Cortez, Jenna Rochanella, as well as my other members for being irresponsible enough with their spending to support the channel.